Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is best known for making news for all the wrong reasons, and he's keeping up the tradition with a full frontal shower video on social media, and I have the story and the reactions coming up next. It is not uncommon for RFK Jr., Trump's pick to lead the Department of Health and Human Services, and the word bizarre to appear in the same headline. And before this weekend, his latest assault on the zeitgeist came in the form of an odd admission on how he went from an academic zero to hero.
And I was at the bottom of my class. I started doing heroin. I went to the top of my class. Suddenly I could sit still.
And before that, he shared a story about a worm that ate part of his brain, how he picked up a dead bear off the road with the intention of skinning it and eating it, left it in his car while he attended a dinner, and then decided to dump the bear in Central Park instead, and how he once decapitated a dead whale to take it home. But wait, there's more. His appalling and weird history with women is also well known. And in just a minute, I will share the more recent shower scene that involves his wife Cheryl Hines. But first, I want to review his chances to be confirmed for the position in Trump's cabinet through the eyes of a staunch Republican, Bill O'Reilly. Watch as he says it's very doubtful, and this is relevant because O'Reilly dooms Kennedy's chances because of his affinity for conspiracy theories.
They're going to ram those down his throat in the Senate confirmation. Some of them are so whacked out, it's just impossible to believe a responsible adult could actually say that stuff. And I don't see him getting through either.
Bobby Kennedy has said he's not against all vaccines. He just wants more research, though. We want to spend
whatever
more
he
money
wants
finding
now.
out.
But there's a tape a mile long of him saying whacked out things. About not just vaccines, but other stuff as well.
So qualifications don't mean you're going to be successful in
It's
the job.
not about,
maybe
about
a commitment to the boss's vision is more important.
Number one, Trump is making a mistake because he's creating turbulence with some of these picks that he doesn't have to create in Gates. And I can give you 10 in Health and Human Services that have more experience and are more focused than RFK. What Trump likes to do is blow things up and create all of this controversy. He loves it. He lives for it. But I'm submitting that in this time, you just won so big. You don't need to do, let's have some calm until your inauguration. And then, all hell's going to break loose after that.
And with that said, now let's have a look at the shower scene with his wife that I described as full frontal. I said full frontal because it's a shameless promotion for her body sprays, creams, and candles that are front and center. And it all happens as she pretends to be surprised by the oddness behind her. Have a look for yourself.
No, you can't take a shower. I'm doing a video. No, you've got to give me a second. I'm doing a video for Hines and Young. Okay, honey, the 60% off.
What you just saw is bizarre for a couple of reasons. Kennedy has been linked to Jeffrey Epstein and has a well-documented and troubling pattern towards mistreating and disrespecting women. And he once claimed to be a slave to his wild impulses and demons when it comes to sex. Some are suggesting that someone who carries so much baggage should leave the cheeky advertisements to people with more character and moral fiber. And other reactions on X included, can Mega just not be weird for like one day? This is gross. And Bobby, who wrote, fitting right in with the other grifters. And speaking of the other grifters, this turn of unsavory events further magnifies that dignity in politics is completely gone. Donald Trump somehow normalized snake oil salesmanship from the highest office, and it inspired Republicans like Matt Gaetz and Lauren Boebert to monetize their celebrity through Cameo, and now Kennedy feels untethered from dignity with this spectacle. And speaking of Trump, I'll give MSNBC and Fox the final word as they show how his most recent full frontal effort to separate people from their money with guitars, of all things, struck the wrong chord.
So Gibson, the company that makes like cool guitars, they're filed legal action because he's created his own version of a Gibson guitar and he signed them, and they're like $10,000 for the most expensive one. Here's the fun thing. They aren't also made in the United States, but have been manufactured by multiple providers that include parts and features that are both domestic and international, going against Trump's America First philosophy. So even his own projects, all his stuff he makes, his ties, all that stuff, A lot of them are made in China.
Nashville-based guitar company has confirmed that they sent a cease and desist order to the maker of Trump guitars. Fox 17 News' Madeline Nolan joins us live with what Gibson Guitars had to say about all this. Madeline?
Yes, they did confirm that they sent over this cease and desist letter to 16 Creative, urging them to stop manufacturing as well as selling these Trump guitars based on a trademark infringement. Now, if you take a look at your screens, you'll be able to see both of the Trump guitars as well as Gibson's trademarked Les Paul electric guitar designs. Now, Trump showed off one of those guitars in a Truth Social post last week, touting it as the limited edition 45 guitar. The body features an eagle as well as an American flag with Make America Great Again printed down the neck. Now, according to the website dedicated to the guitars, the most expensive option is an $11,500 autographed electric guitar